Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is on how to make a baby ball gown fuller, and I'm using a thick bridle for this tutorial. So guys, I'm working with a waist circumference of 23 inches divided by 3.14, which is about 7 inches. So I just went ahead to mark 7 inches from that point to make a curve just like this. And note, this is a 180-degree flay, and if I'm making a 360-degree flay, I'll be dividing the baby's waist circumference by 6.28, but this is a 180-degree flay, so I divided the baby's waist measurement by 3.14. So I'm just going to go ahead and insert my flay length, which is about 10 inches. You can make yours longer than that if you wish, but I just decided to use 10 inches as my length. And also, this fabric is folded into 4. I'll be explaining why I did that later in this video. So guys, after that, I'm just going to come out by half an inch above the waistline, because I'll be joining this flay with the bodice. And after that, I'm going to go down by 1.5 inches from the waistline. I'm just going to mark 1.5 inches at this point, and I'll come over to this point here and mark 1.5 inches, and also mark 1.5 inches at this point. And I'm just going to make my curve like this, because I will be placing my hat net on that line. That line is basically to guide me to make a perfect circle or a perfect curve. I'm also going to make another line which is about 1.5 inches from the first one. I'm also going to make another line. So basically, I'm just going to make 3 steps, and I'll be placing my hat net on these 3 lines. So I'm just going to cut this off. Note, I'm not cutting at the waistline, I'm cutting at the half an inch above the waistline. I'm going to pin the fabric. And after that, I'll cut out the excesses I have at the length at the end of the flay. After cutting that out, I'm just going to open this up for you to see. I'm going to notch this point, and also open up this part. So guys, this is a 180-degree flay. I'm going to separate this so that we can have two pieces for this flay. After that, I'm just going to turn it like this. And this is how it will look like. And for my hat net, I have about 3 different pieces of hat length, and with the length of 3.5 inches. And this is actually on fold, but it is 36 inches long. 36 inches long. So I'm just going to bring my fabric, place it at the wrong side, and I'm just going to go ahead and split. Make a split on the fabric. You can gather your hard net first before sewing it on your fabric, but I just decided to, make a split on mine. And I'll be doing that at the third line I have before going over to the second line and then the first line. This way it will be easy for me to just stitch down instead of struggling with the hard net. I'm just going to do the third line first, then go over to the second and then the first. So guys, this is how it looks after sewing, and it's very beautiful and neat. After doing this, I'm just going to pick the other piece of my fabric, and I'm just going to turn it over to the right side, and I'll be placing the wrong side facing the right side of this fabric. And as you can see, I've already used my bias tape to pipe the edge of my flay. After doing that, I'm just going to pin this together. Note I am placing the wrong side of the fabric, which is the part that has the hard net. I'm placing it to face the right side of the other fabric, and I'm just going to stitch it down. But first of all, I want you to see how it looks. I went ahead to pin it first, and I'm just going to turn it to this other side. This is because I want the other fabric to cover up the stitch I made on the other one with the hard net, just so that it looks very neat after placing my net on it. I'm going to do the same thing for the other side. I'm just going to pin it down. And after doing that, I'm just going to open it up for you to see how neat it is. This will help give your sewing a very clean finishing. And I'm just going to place my net like this. I'll first of all top stitch. I'm just going to top stitch at 1/2 inch. Already went to gather my net. I'm just going to take this to my sewing machine and just join them together. I'm just going to join them just like this, 1/2 inch on the waistline. So for the tulle net I have 13 inches, and for the bridle I have about 10 inches. I have just a difference of 3 inches. So after sewing, this is what I have, and I'm just going to be joining this with my bodice at 1/2 inch. This is the back, and it's very neat and beautiful, and this is the front. Even without adding the bodice, it came out really full. And note, you can also add more layers to your fabric depending on how full you want yours. You can make more layers. You can make 4, you can make 5, but your hard net should not reach the end of your fabric. So guys, this is the end of this video, and if this video was helpful, kindly like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Bye.